Hello, good morning, dear students. In your subject statistics, there are total 9 chapters, including in your syllabus. First is a collection of data. Okay. Information collected by different ways, different methods. Remember the different ways the information collected. Direct or indirect. Both the same. For example, the different types of method. Okay. Simple, stratified, whatever. Second chapter, presentation of data. The collected information classified and present different types of data. Okay. Third chapter, results of central tendency. This chapter related all information already studied previously. Mean, median, mode. Then after, measure of sum, other provisional averages, quartiles, deciles, and percentiles. Study chapter number 4. Measure of dispersion. Collected mean, median, mode, and difference provisional averages related dispersion. In chapter number 4, measure of dispersion. Okay, standard deviation, variance, find out this. Skewness of frequency distribution. Mainly two types of skewness, positive and negative. Study in this chapter. And two different types of methods, Pearson method and Gauss method. Study in this. Chapter number 6, permutation, combination, and binomial expansion. Arrangement, data arrangement is called permutation, combination, selection. This subunit selection for total population is called combination, and binomial expansion. Okay, Pascal type of studies. Okay, this chapter also useful in 12th standard part 2, chapter number 1. Probability. Sample method. Okay, different type of sample selected method, various method. Okay, study in this chapter sampling method. Okay, lottery method, random number stable method. Okay, classified two types of mean method. Study in sample. Function. Function is also studied previous one. Okay, set A and set B. Types of functions studied in this chapter. One, minimum and constant function. And last, geometric progression. GP. We study the AP, arithmetic progression related formula and sum. In this chapter, GP, geometric progression related sum and theory forms. So total 9 chapters including in this subject. Okay. So today we'll start the presentation of data. Second chapter. Presentation of data. Okay. So presentation of data. Any data information collected and presented by graphical. Okay, scatter diagram or its form is table. Suppose you are collected data, main information data. Population information is collected. It's what types of data. Suppose number of accident and student in the city. So number of accident and student in the city is called the data information collected. The number of accident and student in the city is called data. Data mainly two types of ungrouped data and grouped data. Ungrouped and grouped. Ungrouped data. And grouped data. number of accident in city. It is called ungrouped data. Only for single variable is given in this question. And group data means to particular related combination information means number of child and number of families. Okay, number of child and number of family. It is two information is given. Variable x and frequency. Okay, it is called group data means two correlated variable and frequency is given. Number of child 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. And number of families 12, 8, 20, 2 and 4 is called group data. Group data to subsequent part. Discrete and continue. Okay, discrete and continue data. Discrete data. And second is continue data. Discrete and continuous. Okay, so discrete data and continuous. Number of child and number of family is called discrete data. Continuous means group data. Okay, marks and number of students. Two variables, marks and number of students. Marks 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 90 to 100. And number of students is called continuous data. Under the continuous data, two subparts. Under the continuous data, two subparts. Inclusive or exclusive. Exclusive data and inclusive data. Okay. Exclusive or inclusive? Exclusive data means any given that of class upper limit and succeeding class lower limit both are same. It is called exclusive data. And any given that of class upper limit in succeeding class lower limit both are different. It is called inclusive data. So mainly data including in this graph. Data means mainly two types of data: ungrouped data and grouped data. First, ungrouped data. Any example? So number of flowers in a tree. Okay. 2, 4, 8, 7, 10, 2, 12. Okay. Number of flowers in tree or tree. Anyway, related data is given. So only for single one variable. The number of accident in Surendra city is also called ungrouped data. Next, discrete. Discrete means variable x and another side. The frequency is also given. Number of child and number of family. Number of children and number of family. Okay. So number of children and number of families is also example of discrete data. Suppose number of children 0, 1, 3 maximum. And suppose the number of families. None of the children, number of family is 27. One children, number of family 8. Number of children 2. Okay, so number of family 107. Number of children 3. Number of family 20. So it is called discrete data. Which type of data? Discrete. Variable X and frequency related data. Done. Next, continuous data. Continuous data means group data. Under the exclusive data and inclusive data. Exclusive data. Exclusive data means any given type of class upper limit is succeeding plus lower limit both are same. We have marks and number of students. Suppose marks is 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40. 0 to 10 marks between number of students 7. 10 to 20 marks between number of students 23. 20 to 30 between number of students 7, and 30 to 40 between number of students. It's called exclusive. Any given set of class, upper limit and next succeeding class lower limit both are equal, same. It is called exclusive data. Next, inclusive data. Okay. Same example. Marks and number of students. So marks is 0 to 9, 10 to 19. 20 to 29 and 30 to 39. Number of students as it is same 7, 23, 57 and 30. So any given rate of class upper limit and next succeeding class lower limit both are different. 9 and 10 both are different. It is called inclusive data. Okay, inclusive type of data. Okay, so here for the data related all information data, we need two types of data: ungrouped data and group data. Under the group data, two subpart: discrete and continuous. Under the continuous data, two part: exclusive and inclusive, and all types of examples. Right? Okay. Now next. okay, in your textbook. So we have seen the statistical information consists two types of data, mainly two types of data: quantitative data and qualitative data. Quantitative and qualitative data. Quantitative data are based on quantitative variable. Quantitative data based on quantitative variable, whereas qualitative data based on qualitative variable. Quantitative variable depending on quantitative variables data, and qualitative data depending on qualitative variables. Okay, quality and quantity, two types of data. Quantitative variable is of two types. Quantitative variable, quantitative means data. Okay, mainly two types: discrete variable and continuous. Discrete and continuous both are different. Already clear, right? If variable can assume defined or countable values within the specified range, then it is called discrete variable. Okay, the line. If a variable can assume definite or countable value, okay, write down number of children 0, 1, 2, 3, number of families, okay, both are countable and definite, okay, value, then it is called a discrete variable. For example, given number of children per family. Okay, number of children per family. Already example, right? Number of accident on road. Number of accident on road. If variable x assume the specific value 1.2, 1.3, 1.5, etc., then it is also called a discrete variable. Okay, specify any value for decimal 1.2, 1.3, 1.5, whatever. It is also called a discrete variable. If variable can assume any value within the specified range, then it is called continuous variable. Definition underline. If a variable can assume value within a specified range 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, whatever. Specified range is given 0 to 10 between marks, number of students, 10 to 20 between marks, number of students. Specified range, then it is called continuous variable. For example, height of person, so 150 to 155, 155 to 160, 160 to 165, whatever. Then range, specified range is given. So height of person, maximum temperature on day. Okay, maximum temperature. So 22 to 24, 24 to 26, 26 to 20, dot, dot, dot. So specified range is given. Are the example of continuous variable. In practice, if we have to count something for the obtaining the value of variable, then it is called a discrete variable. Okay, countable, easily countable, then it is called discrete variable. For the practice, for example, for obtaining the value of number of children per family, we have to count the children. Okay, children already countable 1, 2, 3, 4. So it is called discrete variable. For obtaining the value of number of accident in road, okay, number of accident in road, 1 accident, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It is countable value. We have to count the children for obtaining the value of number of accident on road. We have to count the accident, so they are example of discrete variable. Both example and values are countable 1, 2, 3, 4. Is called a discrete variable. If we have to measure the observation of obtaining the value of variable, or if the value of variable is expressed along with the meaning unit, okay, measuring unit, then it is called countable. Measuring unit, compulsory, any unit to compare measuring unit, then it is called continuous variable. Suppose height, counting centimeter, feet, inch, weight, counting in kg. So, this example for continuous variable. For example, height of person is measured in centimeter or inches or feet. Maximum temperature is measured in Celsius. Okay, temperature is Celsius. So they are the example of continuous variables. The data based on discrete variable are called a discrete data, and continuous variable are called a continuous data. Not a different definition. Okay, discrete data is called a discrete variable. This discrete variable called the discrete data, and continuous variable called the continuous data. Clear for both the qualitative and quantitative. Okay, under the quantitative variable, mainly two types of discrete and continuous. Now next, the data obtained at the end of sample inquiry or population inquiry are called the raw data or ungrouped data. Okay, end of the sample inquiry or population inquiry. Suppose number of accident in Surendra city. So Surendra city is our population, and number of accident find out it is our sample means data. These data are in a absurd form, so the statistical analysis become difficult. Absurd form. Okay, number of accident Monday, 2, Tuesday, 3, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, whatever. Alright. So it is a absurd form, not a statistical. So it is difficult. It convert to proper classification. Okay, easy to use. Okay, it's timeless. So easy to use chromatography expression, classification, analysis, present. Okay. Hence, it necessary to arrange the data in systematic and short form. So collected data, collect in systematic form. Okay, classify and arrange in properly systematic form. Arrange classify systematically, right? A process of arranging ungrouped or raw data into proper form, it is called classification. Underline definition. What is classification? So collected raw process of arranging ungrouped or raw data in proper form. Okay, raw or ungrouped data. Process of raw and ungrouped data in a proper form. It is called classification of data. And the data thus obtained are called classified data, and data obtained called classified data. For example, it is known that the daily demand of certain commodity during a week are 12, 16, 8, 12, 8, 8 and 10 respectively. Okay. Name 1 week during the demand is any commodity is given. From this raw data is it clear that there are 3 days during this demand of commodity is 8 unit. 1 day during demand is 10 unit, and 2 days during the demand is 12 unit. So 1 day during the demand is 16 unit. So 12, 16, 8, 12, 8, 8 and 10. Okay, 1 week demand is 12 unit, 16 unit, 8 unit, 12 unit, 8 unit, 8 unit, 10. Okay. So 12 unit demand for the 2 days. 8 unit demand for the 3 days. And 16 and 10 days demand for the 1 day. The 16 unit and 10 unit demand for the 1 day. This data classifying demand of commodity. Okay, demand. First variable and second variable number of days. Number of days. Okay, so demand is 8 unit. Number of days 123 days. Demand is 10 unit. Number of days 1. Demand is 12 unit. Number of days 2. And demand is 16 unit. Number of days. So processing of ungrouped or raw data is a proper form. It is called classification of data. It is called classified data. Clear? Raw or ungrouped data is given for difficulty for statistical. Then process of ungrouped ungroup or raw data is a proper form, short form. Okay, it is called a classification of data. तो इसीलिए अपने क्या लगा एक डिमांड है नंबर ऑफ डेज 3. Here suppose one month is given, countable 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, 10 unit demand 1 2 3 4 5 6. But in a proper form, classify the data. So easily used for 8 demand number of days 3, 10 unit demand number of days 1, 12 unit demand number of days 2, and 16 unit demand number of days 1. So easily used for this data. So ungroup or raw data classify in proper form or manner, short form. Next, this table is given, table showing the daily demand of commodity during a week. Thus, the method of representing raw data into systematic and short form. Okay, raw data is in systematic and short form. Two words, systematic and short form. It is called classification. Underline definition. The method of presenting raw data. Okay, the method of presenting raw data is systematic and short form. Okay, systematic 10, 10, 10, 12, 16, systematic. Okay, and short form it is called classification. Your definition. In statistical study, the main reason to classify the data are as follows. Underline reason for classification. Classification का reason क्या create करे? Okay, raw data को इतना चलेंगे. But why reason? What is the reason for classification? So first reason, to represent the large data into the simple, short, and attractive manner. Underline simple, short, and attractive manner. Large data, जब suppose 1 month ना data is collected for demand of commodity. So it is short, simple, and attractive manner to classify. So underline short, simple, and attractive manner. For easy comparison between the variable characteristics of the data. Okay, easy comparison. Underline word. Easy comparison. Any unit and weekdays comparison. So 8 days, 16, 10, 12. Easy to comparison between two variables are used to save time, money, and labor. Okay, one time, money, and next one. Thereafter, easily used. So money, time, and save money, time, and labor are saved. And to obtain the information easily regarding various characteristics of the area under the study. Information easily collected under that word. Okay. So reason for classify first is the simple, short, and intuitive manner. Second, easy to comparison for the different types of variable. Third, save the time, money, and labor. And four, easy to regarding the information various characteristics under the area of study. So main four reasons for the classification of data. Next topic, types of classification. Data, okay, mainly two types of variable, qualitative and quantitative. Qualitative data based on qualitative variable and quantitative variable based on quantitative data. So here classification also two types of classification. Underline classification of qualitative data and quantitative data. Qualitative data based on qualitative variable and quantitative data based on quantitative variable. Suppose a sample of 100 families is selected from the design and information regarding the number of children per family is offered. 100 family sample is randomly selected and number of children per family is given. 100 observations regarding the number of children per family are collected and this data are called ungrouped or raw data. First time information is collected always raw or ungrouped data. Raw or ungrouped data. First time information is collected for raw or ungrouped data. Now on the basis of the study, it is concluded that there are 10 families having no children. 10 families having no children. Number of children and number of family. Okay. 10 families having no children. Okay, 0 children. Number of families 10. Information collected. Then after classify short and attractive manner so that the number of no children is a 10 family. 35 families have one child. One child. 35. So 35 families have one child. Next, 40 families having 2 children. 40 families having 2 children. 2 बराबर child होगा. Number of families total 40 and 15 families having 3 children. 15 families having 3 children. So this type of data is given and it is called qualitative data. Okay. So this called qualitative classification and consistently it can be repeated as represented as under. Okay. So number of children and number of families is given. In the above example, number of children per family is a numerical variable, countable 0, 1, 2, 3. Numerical variable is finite. Okay. Hence, it is called numerical classification or frequency distribution. In the above example, instead of the number of children per family, if the information regarding core occupation of family is collected and on the basis of it, if it is concluded that core occupation of 30 families is the farming. Okay, same example, core occupation. Of family and number of families second variable. Okay, so here 30 families have a farming. Okay, core occupation of families, occupation is related to 30 students, 30 families as the farming. Second, occupation of 25 is business. 25 the business. Core occupation 25 is the service. 25 is the service. 25 is the service. And core occupation of remaining 20 families in a labor. 20 family, yes, 20 family is a labor. Then this is also called classification and can be represented as under. So tabulation of 100 family with reference to their core occupation. Okay, so difference here. First table is qualitative related. Number of children 1, 0, 1, 2, 3. And here core occupation of family means quality. Quality related means qualitative data. This type of table is called quantitative and this type of qualitative aspects. In the above example, core occupation of family is qualitative variable. It is called the qualitative variable. And here countable value, number of children is countable 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever. This is called qualitative. Okay, so quantitative and qualitative. Quantitative, qualitative. And so it is called the classification of qualitative data and tabulation of data. So mainly two types of classification, qualitative and quantitative. Well, next, classification of qualitative data. So qualitative data classifying main two types of discrete and continuous. This is called the discrete type of data. Okay. There are two types of quantitative variable. mainly two types of quantitative variable. One is discrete, other is continuous variable. Classifier of discrete variable is called a discrete frequency distribution. Okay, discrete variable is called a discrete frequency distribution, and continuous variable is called continuous frequency distribution. Okay, discrete variable called discrete frequency distribution. So the table it is called discrete type of frequency distribution. And group data, group variable. So a group continuous means continuous frequency distribution. So numeric value showing the repetition of value of an observation is called the frequency of that observation. Okay, what is frequency? A numerical value show the repetition of the value of observation. When the value of observation repeated, it is called frequency of that observation. Suppose here write down demand of commodities 8 unit, number of days 3, so 3 times 8 is called 3 is a frequency. Clear? 10 unit 1 day frequency, 12 unit 2 days, 16 unit 1 day is called frequency. So 3 1 2 1 is called frequency. A table showing various possible values of discrete variable with their respective frequency is called a discrete frequency distribution. For understanding, let's consider the following illustration. For example, is given during the month of May, information regarding the number of accidents per day on a particular road of a city. Okay, month of May, number of accidents per day for a particular road. Okay, particular road on city. Particular single road table and among the accident month of May, the related data is given 0 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, minimum check is 0, maximum 5 accident. 0 to 5 maximum. Okay, so this data is given to row. It is classified data. So next, simple and short and iterative manner showing this example. So number of accident, telemarks and number of days. Number of accident. Second column, telemarks. Already studied previous standard, and number of days. Over frequency. Okay. So number of accident is given. Okay. So minimum value number of accident 0, 1, 2, and maximum is 5. Minimum 0, maximum accident 5. Now next is telemarks. So you 0. So here line weight 0. Now next value 1. 1. Next 3. Next 2. Next 0. Next 3. Next 4. Next 5. Next 0. Next 1. Next 0. Next 2. Next 0. Next 1. Next 3. Next 3. Next 0. Next 2. Next 1. Next 2. Next 4. Next 5. Next 0. Next 1. Next 0. Next 2 times 2. 0. 1. 2. 1. Okay. So number of days, number of accidents 0, number of days 9 days having no accident. Okay, 5 plus 2, 7 days having one accident in a particular road of a city. Next 5 plus 2, 7 days having 2 accidents, 4 days having 3 accidents, 2 days having 4 accidents, and 2 days having 5 accidents. And is 31. In a month of May, total 31 days. Check it. 9 plus 7, 16 plus 7, 23 plus 4, 27 plus 2, 29 plus 2, 31. So month of May, related number of accident on a particular road in a city is given. Okay, this is the type of data. It is called a discrete type of frequency distribution.